Hello everyone, this is Deepali and you're watching my channel English with Deepali. It's been long that I did not upload any session on my channel, and thank you so much for your patience. And I was busy somewhere, and because of that I was not getting time to upload the session regularly. But I will try and I will give my best to upload session regularly. So today we are going to talk about confidence. Where does confidence comes when you speak in English? Isn't it an interesting question to ask that you want to learn English language and you feel hesitant and you are underconfident. You don't have that confidence on you that you're going to speak English amazing and fluently and confidently. So I'm going to share some tips here, and I'm sure that will definitely going to help you in your communication skills. So very first I want to share something about spoken English. When we learn any language, so how do we learn? And I have interesting question to ask you. How did you learn your mother tongue? Isn't it interesting to know? And you know the answer of this question. When we were young, that time we were observing our environment, how our parents are talking and how they are speaking, and how they are pronouncing each and every word, their actions as well, and how they are moving their hands, their facial expressions. And it is not just about the words, it is also about the body language. Body language speaks louder than words. Sometimes your expression is enough to understand and deliver the message. And if you are using your body language well, so it becomes very easy for anyone to say send their message, and it become easier to other person as well to understand your perspective and message. Sometimes it happens that same word known as very different name. We were not aware of it, and because of that we feel confused. But if you say that okay, you are hungry or you are thirsty, and if you are saying that I'm thirsty, so definitely your actions and your body language will going to deliver your message before using the words, right? So when it's about spoken English or maybe learning any language, you should be observant. You should be observe each and everything. You should be involved yourself in the environment. And I'm going to tell you, my mother tongue is Marathi, and when I was little and I was learning the language, so I still remember that I was listening somewhere that how others are speaking. I was listening some words that how that word has got used, and consciously or unconsciously I was learning it, right? Sometimes it happens that we use repeated words and that words become fillers. And if I told you about learning language, sometimes it's tricky to learn and speak incorrect English if you are the one who do not have any surroundings. So definitely you need to make your own environment. So it's very important to listening to podcasts, watching English content, speaking with people, reading English books. And sometimes it's feel bored as well. Even I feel so. If I'm speaking English regularly, and if I have that environment to speak in English, and if I'm reading, I'm doing the same activity, so we get bored of it. It's an obvious that we are human nature, we get bored of the same activities. But instead of getting bored, you can try different things in your speech. You can do different things that some days you will practice your vocabulary, some days you will sing a song, some days you will mimic some artist, some days you are going to watch movies, and whatever it is, shadowing technique, mirror technique, and speaking alone, speaking with oneself. And there are many ways that you can keep yourself motivated to learn this language. And now I am going to tell you why this language is difficult to learn. uh, as an Indian and as a learner, I have observed that uh, if you don't have surrounding, it become a big problem for you, and it's an obstacle for the non-native speakers to how you can learn this language alone. I'm going to share why we always find learning English is a big challenge. It is not you that you are feeling like okay, you are alone and you are not getting anyone whom can you speak in English and whom can you practice in English. And spoken English needs speaking practice. If you are not following speaking practice, so definitely this will not going to help you lots. And even you are watching some content on YouTube, or you are watching movies or audiorities, so it will going to help you 1 or 2%, but not more than that. But practical thing is that speaking, if it comes to speaking part, you need to speak English regularly. If it is about the written part, so you should write each day. If it is about listening part, that you need to work on your listening skills, so that time you should work on listening part, right? But the thing is that we always think that I am reading right now, so it will fulfill my speaking practice and speaking skills, but definitely it is not. It doesn't goes like that way. You need to apply some other formulas. If you are hungry, you are not going to drink water. If you are hungry, definitely you are going to grab some food and you can have it, and you will feel you are satisfied right now, right? So we should know that what we are doing, right? So yes, another thing is that grammar. If you ask me that how much grammar is important in spoken English, so to be honest, grammar plays the important role in spoken English. Even I have made some charts on my room as well, that I have written all tenses and examples and formulas and how I can use it each and every day, right? So you can practice it each and every day. It happens sometimes that you do not get time to practice your tenses, and sometimes you only speak in one tense. It happens like most of time we speak in simple past tense, maybe past continuous tense, right? So you should practice some topics by taking that particular tense, and if you are speaking in that tense, so you can see that how much you are improving in that tenses, right? And next part is that vocabulary, how much vocabulary plays the important role in spoken English. So to be honest, I forgot vocabulary, new vocabulary especially. And whenever I want to use that vocabulary, I always try to practice that vocabulary before using into the conversation. I have seen the good speakers, they make the mistakes while using the vocabulary that they have learned, and they use the wrong vocabulary at wrong place. And I think we should practice vocabulary before using into the conversation. The thing is that if you know the meaning well, you can use it easily in any conversation or any situation. But the thing is that if you don't have any idea that how you can use it and the meaning of the sentence, so definite meaning of the vocabulary, so you should at least know more than 2 3 synonyms of the same vocabulary. If you are getting blank, or you are forgetting that word, so you will not goes blank, and you will not change your thought because of you don't have any substitute of that word. If you are practicing any vocabulary, you should know at least 2 to 3 synonyms of the same vocabulary. So that is how you will sound more fluent and confident. And that's okay if you are forgetting the words or vocabulary. Sometimes why this happen, because you have lots of thoughts and you were confused sometime, and you are not ready to answer that question, and because of that you goes blank, and you don't have an idea how can I express my opinion in it, and because of that you mess up with each and everything. So I think that we should take some time. Whenever we are going to connect with anyone, just take your time and you can think about the thought that you want to deliver on the spot. Sometimes it will difficult for you to grab all the words together, and definitely you can keep your pen and paper with you and you can just note down some important points over there, and that is how you can express each and every point one by one, and that is how you will not mess up with that thought and you will not go blank. If you don't have any idea, you can be honest with yourself and you can tell that person that to be honest, I don't have any opinion on it and I'm blank right now. I don't know how to answer this question, because every time it is not possible to express your thoughts, right? Sometimes it happens because you are exhausted, and because of that your mind doesn't work well, and that is how you can politely request that person to not answering to the question. You can avoid that question as well, right? And what is the best time to practice your spoken English? Is it a morning time, is it afternoon, or it is the evening? So there is no time. It is all about uh, the time that you have. Sometimes it happens that you don't have much time to practice your spoken English. You might don't have the leisure time to keep your book and open it and just read it loud out loud, right? Read it out loud, right? So I think and I believe that you can practice English anywhere in your mind as well. So now the question arises that how I can speak in English in my mind. How can I think in English in mind, right? So the thing is that does it mean that you are speaking it loudly into your mind? And I have seen lots of people always suggest that you should think in mind and you should think in English. And how is it possible? Like without speaking, how can anyone speak in mind, right? So if you are the one who don't have an idea how to think in mind or how to think in English in mind, so the other thing is that you should not think much about it. And even like you can see that whenever you are you have leisure time, that time you can see that we always think about something, maybe about our work, maybe about our plans, that okay, it's my holiday, what I'm going to do on this holiday, or anything else. Maybe it's a funny moment from your life, or maybe birthday celebration, maybe any festival plans, whatever it is. So we don't speak single word by using mouth. No one will listen. No one would listen to your voice, what you are saying, your expression and all. But you are just looking and staring at one place and you are thinking in mind. So I'm going to tell you how one can think in mind. What should I speak right now? What should I speak next, right? So I was not speaking out loud, but I was thinking in mind, right? So the thing is that we should practice this way, and when we get habitual with this practice, so we feel familiar with this language. Even you don't have any involvement, so you will not feel like okay, this is I'm unfamiliar with this language. So your tongue will get familiar with this language, your mind will get habitual with this language. So you should keep practicing in many ways, and because of that practicing plays the important role in spoken English, even it's and thinking in English as well, right? So I hope you have learned something from this video, and I hope you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like and share with your friends and family. And last but not least, wishing you a delighted Ganesh Chaturthi. Thanks for watching. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye.